pray to receive Christ, it may be about 5 to 1 that pray to receive Christ and those that get baptized. And I think of it as kind of like the seed in the soil, where Christ talked about some seed gets on the shallow soil and grows up a little bit, or maybe on the rocky soil, and then it dies, and then when the sunshine comes up and there's very little rain in it, and it doesn't make it. But still, again, I believe that some of those can be just a little bit of nudging towards making a final decision for Christ, where they'll become believers. But this is from Billy Graham Evangelistic Crusade in Spanish. It's My Life in Christ in Spanish. And they went through that the next day about how that we can interact with some of these people as they come back to help them know more about Christ and become discipled and get involved in the church. So they were big on follow-up and trying people that made decisions to come back, and which is good. I think that's good. You don't want just to hit them and then hope they'll do things. You want them to grow in Christ. This is a picture of us at Revolution Square, which is a square. That's a picture of one of their revolutionists, and I don't remember his name. It was not Castro, but one of the people who came from Venezuela. His job was just to come and help a revolution take place, and he was almost a professional revolutionist. When he finished there, he left there and went to the next revolution, is what I'm told. And this is a picture of their monument to the revolution on the left, and on the right is where normally Castro or Raul would come and talk to the people. Right now they had a guard, and I was wanting to get a little bit close, and he waved me off. I didn't get too close, so he has a gun and all that too. So y'all wanted me to get back. Beth wanted me to get back, so I didn't get. This is a panorama on one side of our hotel, the other side of the hotel. But again, you can just see Havana, and this is Havana on the left. This is out towards the ocean on the right. That's I think that's actually the Gulf of Mexico off there. And Cubans cannot own boats. It's illegal to own boats. The reason is they don't want people to leave. And this is a gift, 2 gifts that I was given from them. They made this piece of wood that he said the guy who made it stayed up from 11 o'clock to 3 or 4 in the morning making these for all of us. And he made this, Romans 1:16, for I'm not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for the power of God to all who believe, first to the Jew, then to the Gentile. And I encouraged him and said, the gospel has power. We present it, and God will bring people to it. I kept encouraging that. And then, of course, the Jesus and the fish, I made that too. And so those were my little... I wanted to bring a souvenir back, but I was told that I couldn't bring souvenirs back because it's illegal to, like cigars and things like that, because we have an embargo. But these were gifts, so I was allowed to bring them back. And this is a large hotel there, and this is actually the Cuban flag. And this is, on the left, is ineligible. I didn't eat that. If I do, you might make it sick. And on the right, it's fried, so I could eat that. Those are fried bananas with some kind of sauce on them. They were pretty good. And then this is the chicken dish and the rice. They ate lots of rice down there. This one on the right was some kind of bean dip type thing. This is when we would eat breakfast in a hotel, but it was just kind of a pretty good breakfast, but and so just showing you that. And this is us debriefing and planning for the next trip down there. The one on the far right is Victor Gonzalez, and he's kind of known as one of the major Christian leaders in there. He's an oncologist, and he coordinates all this. And then this is us leaving, and this is traveling back to Cuba. So my thoughts are these, and I just thought of as we go through this, and it was a quick overview of it. But I thought of some things. What are some take-home messages and thoughts that I might have that I could share with you that I learned on the trip? First thing I saw in the preparation, and there's a lot of hassles with this too, but I felt and saw God's power, His providence. He was there in front of us, making things go, and His protection, and just His provision. When we needed food, He provided food. Second thing, I was impressed by the passion and the love of the Cubans for their country and their love for Christ and wanting to share it with others. They were chomping the bits to go on that hospital practice. They really wanted to go, and they were looking forward to that. Some of us are reluctant to tell, but they were wanting to go, and that was good, and I like that. And thirdly, I think God still does miracles. I saw many people there told me they're miracles, and just like that lady who changed from voodoo to Christianity now is a missionary. I thought of Paul, the extreme change that she had in her life. You know, God still changes lives, and it's still through the power of the gospel. And I also thought that as I went through this, Satan was there putting up roadblocks along the way, but he did not stop us. He didn't thwart us. He threw in roadblocks as things that made it a little bit uncomfortable at times, but we made it through it, and God provided. And so I'm thankful for that. So that's my thoughts about this, my report to you. And I'll open it up for any questions. And if anybody needs to leave, because you're certainly going to leave, any questions you would have?